Okay, in this problem, we have a 480 meter wire. It's cut into 3 pieces. The second piece is 3 times as long as the first. The third piece is 4 times as long as the second. How long is each piece? Okay, so let's go ahead and think about how we're going to approach this. I would not try to just sort of make up numbers, although that can be an approach to kind of get us started with a feel for this. I like drawing pictures when it's some sort of geometric shape. In this case, we have a nice line, right? Just a wire. So here's my wire. I'm going to start here, finish here, and it's cut into 3 pieces. Rather than putting 3 arbitrary cuts on there, let's try to get them somewhat proportional, somewhat relative to each other. Nothing about the first piece, but the second piece is 3 times as long as the first. Third piece is bigger than the second, so this first piece here, let's go left to right, is pretty small. And then this next piece is bigger than that, and then this piece. Not drawn to scale, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a quick sketch. Okay, we know nothing about this first piece, right? Call that piece 1, piece 2, and piece 3. If we know nothing about it, we'd have no sense of the value. That's our unknown. We're going to put the x there. So there's that value is x. Now, the second piece is 3 times that first. So how are we going to represent that? I think you got it, 3x. And the third piece is 4 times as long as the second. What's the third piece? Not 4x, not 4 times the first, but 4 times the second. So 4 times 3x. And we can go ahead and write that as 12x, right? So that's the length of the third piece. The length of the entire wire is 480. And it's in meters, right? Okay, so we've got a nice diagram labeled. Now let's try to connect the pieces of this. So we have x plus 3x plus 12x better be 480, right? So the sum of those pieces, the first piece, the second piece, and the third piece needs to be 480. And you can leave the units out for now if you want. Now just use some algebra skills you've developed. Combine some like terms. We'll get 16x equals 480. 1x plus 3x is 4x plus 12x is 16x. And then one more step. And hopefully these are not bad by now. You should have already gone through a lesson on solving basic equations. If not, you can go back and revisit that. And you'll get x equals 30. Now be careful here. Make sure that you look to see if we're answering the question. So far it doesn't look like I don't have any units on here. So look back at what's it say. It says, how long is each piece? We just found x, which happens to be the first piece, right? So I can kind of label this. I'm running out of room here, but I can squeeze it right in here, I think. So we can say the first piece is 30 meters. Okay? And just find out what the other pieces are. So the second piece is 30 times 3. It's 3 times the first, which is 90 meters. And then the third piece is either 4 times the second, or we have it 12 times the first. Either way, you're going to get 360 meters. So that is your answer. The measurement of each piece. That's how long is each piece. And you can kind of check. Some of these you can check. Some of the application problems it's a little harder to check. But this one we can kind of check. Look to make sure the conditions are met. The second piece is 3 times the first. The third piece is 4 times the second. That checks out. And also, the sum of these is 480. 30 plus 90 is 120, plus 360 is 480. So just another way you can check these.